Hi guys, good afternoon. I have to talk about this thing, really important, because there are things that when it happens to you, you don't need to be quiet. You just need to speak up. At least let people know what happened. That brings me to this important question that I want to ask. Please, all these bloggers that are posting people's pictures and videos on daily basis, using them to ask money online, to assist the people. I hope they are really helping these people. Are they really helping these people? Or they are just using them for their personal benefits? Earlier this year, on April, 14th of April, I lost my younger sister. Her name was Kosi Sochukwu. She was stabbed to death by her madam. My sister was a student under her learning fashion and designing. She stabbed her to death right in her shop with a scissors. That was after threatening her for like 3 weeks, telling her that she was going to kill her and nobody would say anything, that she's a nobody, she's a chaff, a lot of things. And finally, she lured her to her shop. Her girls held my sister down while she stabbed her to death with the scissors. So after this whole thing happened, I didn't know what to do, because this is not the kind of thing you want to sweep under the carpet. So I started reaching out. I started sending messages. I sent messages to a lot of bloggers online, and including Miriam Oyakhilome. After sending her the message, she got the message on Facebook, responded immediately, asked me for my phone number, which I dropped, and she called me right away. I narrated what happened to her. While I was talking, she recorded the calls and made a video. She just made a video about it, posted it immediately, talking about it, asking people to help come to our rescue, that we need justice. Let's quickly watch the video just briefly, and we'll come back to what I want to talk about.
So my people of Anambra, this is a cry for help. This girl went to work and madam stabbed her while the other 8 workers held her down for the madam to stab her. Now she's dead. And the madam had previously threatened that she was going to kill her and nothing will happen. Are we just going to let this slide? No, you guys need to listen to the voice note of the elder sister. The parents had just 3 of them and the father has been sick. They sent voice note and many things. Then this person that killed this woman has been bailed out of the police custody. Why now? Why? Where is equity? Where is justice? The people are mourning over their child, their sister, their loved one. The person that did this injustice is outside. Is outside. Anambra people should not keep quiet. The lady has mentioned the village where they are. Please help me, help us, help this family get justice. Make sure that this woman do not go scot-free. Please listen to the voice note of the elder sister. The parents gave birth to them just 3. Now 1 is gone, and this is their last born because she went to learn to learn a handwork. Please, anything you can do, tag the lawful authorities, tag anybody that can help on this case. I'll still do my best from here. People of Anambra, tag your top people, tag the toppest people from there, please.
So after she made this video, she posted, she also screenshotted our chats where I was telling her the situation of things and how we need help. She screenshotted all those things and posted it with my phone number inclusive. And thank God, because of the phone number, a lot of people called me, expressing their desire to help with the case. They said once whatever takes off, that Miriam should let them know. They would really like to assist to make sure that justice is served. Because in this kind of thing, a lot of things are involved. starting with police investigation. As of that time, they were demanding for money for autopsy on my sister. They said it is the autopsy result that they will take to court. They can't take corpse to court, so it's the autopsy result that they will take to court. And on top of that, we also need a lawyer. We need a lawyer for the case, and we really need the help, just to make sure that all these things are able to be, to get done. And after Miriam made all that post, people reacted. A lot of people called me, and we're still, on it. And unfortunately, it's only one of those people that I still have her number till date. Yeah, because she was the one that constantly kept calling till today, asking me how everything is going. As I would say that at this point, I would say that we've become like friends. We talk from time to time. So I didn't think that Miriam would behave the way she did later on. If not, I would have saved the number of each and every one of whoever that called me for that during that time. After that post was made, Miriam called me one of the days, told me we're going to also make another video. We're going to go live to talk about what happened as well, which I agreed to very much. And that day we went live on Facebook talking about it. She asked me to, take cameras, show my parents while we were live. And I wasn't supposed to do that. You can imagine pointing cameras on a woman that just lost her child. As of that time, my family was in a chaos state. You don't understand. You may not really understand what I'm saying, except if you are in my shoes. Like if you felt what I felt, you will understand what I'm saying. My immediate younger sister was right there where this girl stabbed my sister to death. She experienced everything, and my immediate younger sister was pregnant during that time. She was pregnant. So imagine a pregnant woman experiencing this kind of shock. You imagine what it would do to her. My immediate younger sister was almost going crazy as of then, with BP and a lot of things. At a point, I was scared that I might lose her too. And that is the only sibling I have left in this world. And on top of that, my dad was in a coma state for 5 days. We didn't know whether he would survive it or not. He was just lying there, motionless, nothing. He wasn't breathing, nothing. All we know is that his body is warm and he had a pulse. That is the only thing we had. I thank God that he really did survive. And on top of that, my mom, a woman that has been crying for days, seeing her husband in that coma state, her daughter at the mortuary, like that. The other daughter was acting like she was going crazy, like that. It wasn't easy. And on top of that, we still had to play along with Miriam, making all that post and everything, making all that video. And she was asking me while we were live, she asked me to go show my parents, which I did, pointing cameras on my parents in that state that they were then, and my sister also being in the video while she was in the way she was at that time. And just to please Miriam, at least to make sure that she help us see the thing through and assist us and with all that, just like that. And after she made all that post going live and everything, while we were live, she was making promises to my family. She promised my mom that she was going to come see her. That time my mom was crying. She started crying. She was even raising her voice more than us too. She just putting up a good act to make herself look good in front of people. She was just crying and shedding these crocodile tears. And she promised my mom that she was coming to see her that week. She told me to go and make inquiries of how she can get here easily, without stress. And which I did. I left my family that needed me at that time to go find out how Miriam can get here easily without stress. We made that video by Tuesday. She promised us that she was coming latest by Thursday. After making the inquiries that she asked me to make, I sent messages to her pertaining the inquiries I made. She never responded. And as of that time, if I call her, she doesn't take my calls anymore. if I send her messages, she will go through the messages and ignore me. She felt she have already gotten the story that she was looking for, everything she needed to put on her page just for cloud chasing, because they call it traffic, just to get traffic. That was, she was done. She was done. She didn't want to have any other thing to do with us. And as of that time, we're still under so much pressure. I was still under so much pressure. The police people were calling me that they need to conduct the autopsy. I should come pay the money that they needed for the autopsy, which unfortunately is something I couldn't afford. And I sent messages to Miriam, and she asked me, what do I want? And I said, ma'am, please, I don't know, I just need help. However you can help. And she said, okay, we should dress up. Myself and my younger sister, we should dress up. Let's go live and talk about it. Let's see if people would assist. And I said, okay, ma. And I was very sure that if she did the video talk about it, that people really assist, because a lot of people have called me pertaining that. And I dressed up with my younger sister, waiting for her. My younger sister was supposed to be in the hospital that day. She had to cancel the doctor's appointment because of that. We had to just wait for her. Meanwhile, that call was made early in the morning by 2:09 in the morning that day. That was when we discussed that we should go dress up. She said, according to her, she said, let her dress up too. Let's do the video. And then we dressed up from that to 9. We waited for Miriam till 2 p.m. that day, nothing. I was calling her to know when we are doing the video, whether my sister can go to the hospital. Maybe by the time she comes back, then we can now proceed with the video. She wasn't taking her calls. I called and called, sent messages. She just ignored until around 5 p.m. that day. I chatted her and she responded, and she said she was sorry that yesterday, that she was busy the previous day. That's why we couldn't do the video, and that I shouldn't worry, that day we were going to make that video. And I was like, okay, ma'am, thank you very much. And this whole time that we were in communication, both all of us were just praying for her, including my mom. She kept receiving the prayers, amen, amen, and she never did anything to help us. After promising that we were going to make that video that day, we sat at home all day waiting for her as well to make the video. We waited till that day ended. Nothing. She didn't call me. I started calling her at a point. She never responded. And like that, she played us like that for a whole 1 week. She never made that video till date. She never made it. She didn't. So the next thing she now started doing was she started referring me to some other people. She sent me the number of one woman in the US. She said she already discussed with the woman about the case and everything, that the woman promised to help, that I should call the woman. And when I called the woman said she never had any such conversation with Miriam. After saying that, she said, okay, that she will call me back later. She hung up. After 3 days of waiting for her call I didn't get, I called her and the woman blocked me. After that, Miriam sent me the number of Harrison Gwamnishu. She said I should call, that he's an activist, highly connected, that he would help. I called Harrison, narrated what happened. The next morning, Harrison called me, told me that he was going to the state CID, Oka, where they are holding the girl, that he's driving in from Delta State, that he's heading straight to that place. That once he was done with there, that he's going to transfer that case from that place to Zone 9. That was what he told me. He said once he was done with that he's coming straight to our house, so we should get ready and wait for him. And I said, okay. I went and told my mom. All of us, we had to get ready, waited for him the whole day. He didn't show up. At a point, I started calling him. I had to know, the outcome of the place that he went to. He never responded. Till the next morning, I called him. When I called him, he picked and he started asking me who was speaking. He didn't even really remember who I was. So I have to start explaining myself all over again. And he now said, okay, that he remembers. He told me that he couldn't go to that place again, that he was busy. He went to Enugu, that he's just coming in from Enugu now, and he's tired. He's going home straight. But I shouldn't worry, that within that week, he was going to come, which we believed. We waited for him for that week. Throughout the coming week, we didn't see him. So as of that point, the police were really, really disturbing for the autopsy. It was obvious that we just had to do it. So me seeing that they are not ready to do anything to help us, I had to run around to make sure that the autopsy was conducted. So the morning that we were going for the autopsy, I sent Miriam a message that we are going for the autopsy today. I also sent Harrison a message. So after I sent Harrison the message, Harrison called me and asked me to drop my account number, which I did. He transferred 30,000 naira to me. He said it's for transport. I thanked him. He forwarded the receipt to Miriam. Miriam forwarded it to me, and I also thanked her. And that was it. And after that, we didn't really talk again, both me and Harrison. Then Miriam also was not talking to me at all again. Till after about a month and 2 weeks. And that morning, this other blogger, Lord Zeus, carried the news. I will still get to Lord Zeus' story. That would be my next post. Lord Zeus carried the news. Immediately he carried the news. Miriam saw it that morning and called me and said, another blogger has carried the news. Don't worry, you people are going to get justice, okay? Just be positive. And she said, drop your account number. I sent my account number to her, and she sent me 20,000 naira. And that was it till date. She never called again to know how the case was going, whether we were able to get a lawyer finally, or we were able to do other things that the police required, just to make sure that the case was sent to court like that. She never did any of those things till date. She has never called me even once to ask me how is it going, how is the case going now, why if she was looking for a story to tell, looking for traffic, does it have to be on a family that is going through the most difficult time of their life at that time? Does it have to be? The cloud chasing, does she have to do it with us knowing the state of mind we were in at that moment? I really feel pain about that. I really feel pain, because I actually had a very high hope on her that she will really help, because of the way I see her, the things that she has been posting online, that I see her, how she has been helping people. I really had hope that she would help us, and she ended up using us for her selfish interest and dropping us like that. So that's why I said I will talk about that. I will talk about that thing here, so that people, please tell me what she did. Is it right? Is it right? Thank you very much, guys.